All right, we're going Margot's Moose Ranch podcast number one, attempt number two. I did this a couple nights ago, had a couple folks in here. We had some good conversations, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I messed the audio up, and so we're going to do it again. Currently 11:48 on a Monday night. This is Monday, I think. I got to work in the morning. This isn't smart of me, but we're going to do it anyway. I've got Chase Barbara, Chris Hill, J.C. Floyd in here. They're going to tough it out and be the guinea pigs on this first thing. Uh, Before we get started, this is not an iRacing podcast. This is not a racing podcast. This is a whatever I want to talk about podcast. Probably going to do a lot of iRacing talk. Probably going to do a lot of racing talk. But we're going to talk about all sorts of things because that's what I want to do. And it's my show. So we're going to do it that way. Um, so I just joined in these guys' Discord with Dirty South Speed Shop, and they was in the middle of a hiatus. Y'all want to talk about that? Just to kick. Oh, and by the way, um, we're not bashful around here at the Moose Ranch. So if we're going to be honest and we're going to throw some stuff around. Nobody needs to get butt hurt. We're just talking, right?
Yep.
That's right. All right. So we want to talk about that, I guess.
I
Y'all
mean,
was
sure, if you want to, we can.
I mean, we might as well.
Hey,
Some
Mark.
people don't know how these things work behind the scenes of a race team on iRacing.
Yeah, we have a kind of like a side team off of Speed Ranch that we were all at House Speed basically, and we brought a pretty big group over to Speed Ranch. So it's kind of like the side team off of them. Um, we got some of the fastest people on the sim basically, and you know how it is. Everybody, they got the egos. They got they're pretty much the best on the game right now, and I mean, obviously, everything's always going to collide, and every team is going to argue. It don't matter who it is on the game. It's just so we just wanted to clear some stuff up because we got a good thing going. We don't want to separate it, so we kind of just brought everybody together to figure out if there's problems between people, and I think we kind of got it figured out tonight. So hopefully,
Yeah, I got you.
we'll see.
Um, Chris and Chase, were they with you at House of Speed?
Yes, Chase was there. He was one of our he was like he
Me and
reached
him are pretty much
10K.
top dog.
Yeah, Chase reached 10K when we were over at House Speed, and then we kind of had a I kind of had a falling out with Dylan. Dylan was one
Yeah,
of my best friends for a
that's
while.
that's exactly what I was just fixing to get into
Yeah,
because I love it, JC. We finna just go into it.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
House of Speed happened, and me
yeah.
personally, I didn't know who House of Speed was till JC Floyd took over, and you heard it here first. JC Floyd is the best dirt street stock setup builder on iRacing, period. And like I said, I
Appreciate
didn't
that.
know who House of Speed was until you got on there. And
Not gonna lie. Pretty
I
much
mean,
built the whole thing. Like he made it very relevant, and he was the biggest help over there out of anybody. Anytime you need any help, you'd always go to JC.
yeah, and it's not just street stocks. I know JC can build setups for a lot of stuff, but especially street stocks, like just couple weeks back, month back, the Gobbler guaranteed that whole field was running that setup. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but with
That
House of
thing was
Speed,
insane. I mean, I went QuickTime off of a setup you can buy on the website. It's really a testament to how good all
and
that
hey,
stuff is. If I'm good in a street stock, anybody can be, because I ain't all that in those cars.
hey, your boy done some work in the D main, not with your
oh
Gobbler
yeah,
setup, but I used
we're
that
fine.
third gear Volusia setup I got a while back, and your boy was digging. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I remember. I was watching.
But anyway, House of Speed. Didn't know who it was till you got there, and then you just build this thing up, right? You quit your job to do this, right?
Yeah. Well, so that's the funny thing. I mean, there's people think I quit my job for iRacing. So like it's kind of personal thing, but like my mom, she got cancer for the 5th time,
Oh,
and
shit.
she was pretty much on like bed rest and all that stuff. And I mean, that's my mom. You'd do anything for your mom.
Yeah,
So
fuck
I
a
quit my
job.
job
Fuck
so
a
I could
job.
take care of her in case she needed to go to the doctor. All this other stuff. And I just I did it for my mom. Basically, I had a bunch of money saved up because I don't have a race car. I mean, I live with my parents still. I mean, people throwing that in my face. I mean, 2024, the fucking world's going to shit. I mean, of course I'm gonna abuse it, stuff like that. And
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you
um,
got to do. At the end of the day.
yeah, so I quit to take care of my mom, and sales were going good, actually for a really long time. Kind of got out there that everybody was loving the Cocky Floyd consulting dig. I was selling setups left and right at House Speed.
Proof's in the pudding,
Mm,
right?
Yep, and then kind of just had a falling out with Dylan, and it just kept getting worse and worse.
I mean, what happened? Can we talk about it?
Yeah, we can. I mean, so I had pretty good sales on Lucas Oil Gobbler,
Yeah,
and
the one that I got kicked out of, but
that
we.
dude, we did good there. I
Oh,
think
for
we sold
sure.
48 something setups. So half the field, I swear, was like on the
I
fucking
swear it
setup.
was like 70, 80. It was even
Yeah,
more than
it
that. Like
it
it was
was
almost 100
insane.
sales.
If they didn't buy it from the website, they bought it straight from me.
And you know it's gonna get passed around. I
Oh,
mean, I
you
swear the
know
whole field in the
it.
prelim was on that setup.
And Dylan, I mean, I get it. It's his company. Well, we talked like how we are splitting it, and he took some money from me because he said he had to pay for the website. Blah blah blah. He said, I'll pay you back. But he didn't. He didn't let me know until like as he was paying me the first half. So I'm like, oh, okay. So it took him. I was like, obviously that's in the back of my head, like, oh, this guy's taking money from me, blah blah blah. And then, it's starting to get later and later, and he's like, I'll pay you, and blah blah blah. Never would pay me. Well, then, like, he started not coming around, basically. And I'm not trying to knock the guy, because he was my best friend for
I mean,
what, a
dude,
year and a
well, us three
half.
were so tight, bro. Like
Yes, like,
we were all so
But I
tight.
don't.
We'd hang out there every day, all the
Yeah, I
time.
don't think you have to justify anything because
yeah,
even back then, I've been racing with y'all for a long time. So, but even back then, when I jump in that Discord, he was always muted. He wasn't ever there. But
yeah. I did a lot for the guy, and for him to kind of do that behind my back, it kind of pissed me off. And then eventually he just kept quit coming around. The setups were kind of getting worse because the new build just came out for late models. And
which was
one day
short lived.
yep, and I ran one race after. So basically, I was the setup guy where he would get on, give me the setups to give to the guys for the openers. And I swear, I had 15, 20 people text me and say, what is wrong with these setups? I texted him, I told him to get on. He said it's not his problem. And I'm like, okay. Well, I was like, that was the last straw. I was like, I can't run this team anymore if you're not going to do your part of your job. And I up and left. And I mean, that's basically it. I think he paid me he paid me about 250 for it. That was another thing. I asked him to pay me early because my brother was going into some financial problems, and I was like, all right, well, I have some extra money this guy owes me. I'll use that for you to help my brother out. And he like tries throwing that in my face, like, oh, get a job. And it's like, bro, like it's money you owed me. It's not like I needed the money,
Right.
So it's like he takes so many cheap shots at other people's like, lives and stuff. And
Yeah, you can
he's
see that on the. I mean, you can see
yeah.
everybody talking all the trash on the iRacing Dirt page.
Yeah. He's got plenty of problems in his life too. So if he's trying to judge other people's life, he's got something coming to him. So
Yeah. Oh,
um
who knows? He might pop in on the Moose Ranch podcast, and we can
yeah,
talk about his life. But it's not like it's a horrible deal. Obviously, House of Speed's still up and running, so they got
yeah,
to be something's coming out of it. And he's been the talk of the town and the VLR stuff. So
oh yeah.
I'm
I don't
sure.
think he'll ever go away from the game, just because he's one of those guys. He's kind of like Hunter Gaines. Like, he has to be the center of attention in this game,
Right.
which is, I mean,
Or at least
it's
think he
whatever.
is, because I can assure you, I mean, around the popular racing stuff, maybe he is, but outside of that, nobody really cares.
Yeah. Like, I
'Cause,
don't care what he does outside of his life. I really don't.
Like
I
I
don't think that should matter at all. I mean, we just getting
No.
on here and playing a video game. Like, if you just get on and be real,
Yeah,
I don't
like
care
one of
what
the
you do during the
greatest
day, just
things
get
I
on the
feel
ball.
like I come out on top of was getting with Hollap Heroes, because we just, I mean, a few of us run those races just for shits and
Yeah.
giggles, but for the most part, we're just on here having fun. And
No.
I don't think Dylan
That's definitely the
Hauser has
best way
ever
to
been
do it.
brought up in our Discord, because we don't
Mhm.
care.
See, that's the thing. Everybody's always like, "Well, JC, why don't you run the Gobbler? You'll win. You'll win the Gobbler." And I do think I would win the Gobbler.
For
But like,
facts.
what's the point? Like me. So if I do go out there, I'm gonna be honest. I have a bunch of people that hate me because I do win on this game in the straight stocks.
Oh,
So
you're gonna
obviously
have them.
somebody's gonna go. I was gonna say there's gonna be so many people that are gonna try to make it to where I don't win. And I don't care for the drama on this game. Like when I was at House Speed, like I was always like, trying to keep it cool and blah blah blah. Sometimes you get into it. You just because it's, your friends are getting killed, so you're like, all right, fuck you. So like when they killed Jordan Gage for the Gobbler, obviously I'm gonna mic up because that's my dude. He literally had it won and got absolutely destroyed.
I mean, we
But
were
now
all
it's
in the
like,
Discord app.
Oh
that's what
yeah,
I'm
and
saying.
I was fixing
Now,
to make a comment on that.
yeah, House of Speed. I mean, now I'm on Speed Ranch. I could care less. Like, yeah, it sucks to see my teammates get killed and blah blah blah, but it's like I just get on this game to make a little bit of money, have fun. But people take this game so motherfucking serious.
Oh
It
man,
is
you ain't
so
lying, bro.
bad. Killing people for Facebook posts, talk about people's personal life. It's like, like I honestly wish you could just reach through that mic and take care of them.
Oh, some of I wish.
Like,
I tell you what, I wish I could do. I wish I could get my man Dane Lloyd, send him to their
yes.
house and just take his belt off. I think Dane Lloyd could solve a lot of our problems. But again, that's why I like running with Hot Lap Heroes, because we have a good time all the time.
I mean, hell, there's adults like that on this game.
Oh yeah.
They'll talk crazy through the screen, but you'll see them and they won't do anything.
Knowing they're racing with a Mr. Burns from The Simpsons bald on top bowl haircut. Um, Chase, you let's talk about your iRacing career. What's your top win? What was your best on iRacing? Because you're probably the one that competes the most out of everybody in here.
Well, I don't really know. I can't really tell you what my best win was. I've had a lot of memorable ones. Like I won a World of Thunder race at Knoxville, and
In
I
the
beat
sprint
Devin
cars,
C. No, in the late model, and
I didn't even know they had a
I,
late model part of their
I
league.
won.
I know they had sprint cars. I run them when I first got on here.
Yeah, and the competition's so stiff in there, and I mean, I put it on the pole and I won, and that's just like I felt like I straight up earned that one. Like it wasn't gifted to me at all, and that's the best feeling whenever you just go in there and straight up get it done. You don't get a wreck and luck into stuff. When you just go out there and lay down a lap, win your heat, win the feature, lead almost every lap, it feels so good to do it against the top competition. I've had a couple pro races get away from me, I feel like, but I'd say probably that race or my first official win. Like I won a big 6K official. I beat like Blake and Evan and Jaeger all at I-55 when I wasn't really known, and that was just like it showed me that I could do it and that I could actually compete with the best people in the game. So I just played more and more and just keep getting better.
You race in real life?
No, but I plan to. I mean, I'm not. My family's not particularly rich. We're saving as much money as we can and just trying to get into a real car. I've been around real racing all my life.
How
I
old
grew
are
up
you?
with my dad and my uncle. I'm only 18, but I've been
Oh
going
my
since I was 4.
man, you got plenty of time, dog. Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I'm saving as much money up as I can off the sim and doing other things outside of the sim and just trying to make as much as I can to get where I want to be in the real world.
What I would do to go back to be 18. And I know JC said he doesn't race in real life, but I know you follow some racing. You're in Iowa. Chase, where are you from?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. He's down there with Cortland and all them guys. But JC, you don't race in real life, but I know you're around it. Where you're in Iowa? Let's who are you with in real life?
So I got my couple of my buddies. Caden Reynolds, he's a stock car guy. He's one of my best friends. He's pretty good. Then I have Kyle Olson. He's my other best friend. Yeah, they just sport mod driver for Kyle and a stock car for Caden. Caden, his rookie year, he moved up to the IMCA stock cars, which is like my favorite class. He about set the world on fire his rookie year. He went out. We have that big super national show, September every year, and he went out there and won like they have like this all-star race where like you get like selected by the fans to like actually run it. He went out there and won it from like I think it was like 15th or something like that.
Selling
went
them
out one-
T-shirts.
Oh yeah, he won a freaking chassis from winning it.
I remember
And
watching
then-
that. That was crazy. I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
believe it.
And then he won the A main qualifier, which put him on the like I think he was in the middle row, I think it was. So it was pretty good, pretty big deal to kind of watch it. It's the thing about like with racing. I love watching my friends more than I like racing myself. Just because I don't know, that's why the other thing I don't race the Gobbler. I've told Barbara that too. It's like I would rather watch you guys do good on my setups than watch like me do good. It's like I don't know. I just have like the passion for that, I guess. Like,
Hey,
obviously, I'd love
somebody's
to-
got to do it, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And you do it in the late models too, like for the Frenzy. I remember me and you
Yeah.
sat on the game for like 2.5 hours, built the race setup late at night, and
yep.
ran it. And I mean, that's the best I've probably ever ran in one of those big races. You know, I got up to third, and I mean, I just felt awesome. I thought maybe if I got another restart in third, we'd have a shot to win it, but got away from me. But that was still like one of the best late model setups I've ever driven, and you know, all the credit to him because I was just kind of button clicking.
Yeah, if he would have ran one more down PSI, I think we definitely would have won that.
Yeah, we
motherfucker.
were all wore out at the end. It was bad, dude.
So yeah, I've been around it for a lot. I mean, my mom got me. She actually used to race.
Your mom did?
Yeah, my
Oh,
mom. She was a bad motherfucker.
Hit me
dude,
with
I'm
it.
telling
What
you.
class was she in?
So she started in Women on Wheels. So it was like all these like women.
Like a
They
powder
get,
puff type deal?
V8s. Yeah, so but it was like a weekly thing. So it was like a V8, 602 crates basically. Now is what it would be. And basically like what would a car like? I think the Road Warriors. I think it would be where you're at. On asphalt is what she did.
I have no idea
And-
what that is, to be honest with you.
I think it would be a road. What would it be around you guys, Chase, for a
I don't know.
hobby
or-
stock?
You mean like a hobby stock, like a pure stock? You know,
Pure
something like that.
stock? Do you have a pure
Yeah.
stock?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have many asphalt track. We got Huntsville Speedway
I mean,
and we
that's-
got
Because I mean, around
Nashville
here, you have
Fairgrounds.
around here you have like cruiser street stocks, which is real nice, and you know your stock cars, and then you have like pure stocks, which are like
Yeah.
like
Well,
Motley Carlos and.
Our hobby stocks. I mean, they run on asphalt and dirt.
Yeah, I got you.
So I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that's just what they're called. We call them hobby stocks. So it'd be like your pure stock on dirt is what they were. She was actually pretty good. I mean, she won a couple races, and then she moved up and raced with the guys. She did for like I think like 18 years.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we tried her
I
on
honestly
dirt one time,
didn't
and
even
she
know
cried
that.
like a girl.
Yeah, honestly,
She
didn't
cried like
even
a
know
girl
that.
when we took her to the dirt though, and it was pretty funny.
Oh, see, y'all do asphalt and dirt up there around y'all's area.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't
One
know
track
that.
in my hometown. It's like 5 miles away. It's like or 5 minutes away. It's an asphalt track.
Like literally, other than you and Kyle, like the only thing I know about Iowa is my brother went up there last year and pitted in the truck series when they raced the trucks at Knoxville.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have no clue what y'all do up there as far as racing. I know about the Street Stock Nationals or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that.
Uh,
That's about it.
Don't really do much in Iowa besides talk shit to people when we have to, race, and about it, I guess.
I would
Farm.
kill to live where you're at.
And
You
I
don't
feel
even
like-
understand.
I feel like Iowa has the best racing, to be honest.
I will say when I watch the racing, it's pretty good.
Yes.
Iowa has the best dirt track racing in the country.
Yes. Christopher Hill.
I back.
He's back. Chris Hill's back. He's been gone this whole time. We're live, Chris.
Let's get his
so
career.
That's another badass
Yeah,
setup builder right
Chris-
there. Done a lot for him.
let's hear about where are you from, Chris?
I'm from the fake state of Montana.
Montana. I remember you're from one of them weird states.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
we don't-
raced
we
in
don't
real
marry-
life
we don't
too.
marry our cousins up here though, so
Okay, yeah, roll tide. You raced in real life, I know.
I still do. Yeah,
Hit us with it. Start from the beginning.
I started out in a pure stock for 3 years or so. Won a couple track championships, bunch of races. My dad, built me a car and set me up and had me going pretty good. He knew a lot about racing. He's been racing since the 70s or so. So we went out and we were pretty fast out of the gate. Had some fun. Made some people cry. Moved up to the street stock class. Ran that for a couple years. It was okay. Had a few wins there. I think we won a state championship and moved on to B mods. Kind of dabbled between B mods and IMCA mods. Back and forth between the two. Didn't really care much for the 4-lane cars. They were just tough, and it's tough to compete with money. Like when we're talking, $75,000 cars. It's just tough.
It feels like money's a big thing here, right here tonight. I
Yeah,
feel like we're all
that's all.
broke. Like, why are we so broke? What
That's
did
all
we
it's
do
about.
wrong?
That's all it's about, man. Is that you gotta have the right backing to be successful in racing anymore. And it's not like when my dad raced. When I first started racing, we'd go to a junkyard and we'd pull parts off a car to make it go fast.
I
And we
hear
knew how to
you.
do that. But now we're like, I race a B mod again. We're back to the B mod thing because I feel like I can be competitive there. And when I show up to the track, I want to win. Like I'm not there to just ride around, hang out. I do enjoy the sport as a whole. I've pretty much invested my life into it at this point. So we sell race car parts on the side, and that's what I do for an everyday job. So sell race car parts and whatnot, and just keeps the community going. With tires, fuel, stuff like that.
And you got all them damn babies you got to take care of. How many kids you got?
I got a total of 5 trophies.
5 trophies, my man. Making it work. I love it.
Yeah, they're all, kids are fun. I always said that I was either gonna have kids or pets, never both, and that's kind of where I've been.
But I know you can't have 5 kids and no pets.
I absolutely have 5 kids and no pets.
Well, you doing something right.
They can have pets when they get older and they decide that they want to have pets. That's fine on them, but I'm not gonna take care of 5 kids and pets. So
Just because I know he's got some, Chris, what's your biggest pet peeve on iRacing?
I've got a few.
You can only say that because I had said earlier when we started this thing, we just kicked it off and went right in it about y'all's little team meeting you had, and JC spoke on it. But like, I just know some things grind your gears from the past, so I was just gonna hit you with it. Like, what's your biggest pet peeve on
Quite
iRacing?
honestly, the biggest thing that I complain about the most, I would say, is the way that people drive. People have no respect for people in this game, and that's what ruins racing as a whole. In real life, on the game, whatever, there's no respect given. There's no appreciation for running well. There's no appreciation for people building your setups. There's no responsibility taken. Some
But
people
Chris,
need to
they're virtual race cars.
some people on this game need to get punched in the mouth, and that would save a lot of headaches. Like if you could reach in there and punch somebody in the mouth, people wouldn't drive and act the way that they do now.
Told you, that's what I said too.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I'm
I
the
think
guy-
everybody agrees. That's why I'm gonna say it again. Shout out Hot Lap Heroes. We have the best time on iRacing. I guarantee it.
Well,
Oh, I've
thing
been
is,
there, man. I've been with you guys. Like it is fun. It was fun when everybody was racing and stuff. It was fun.
Oh, we
But
be racing all kind of wild stuff these days.
Yeah, no, out of my league and stuff. But we used to do a lot of racing back then. And racing was fun back then because, like, I didn't put up with nobody's bullshit in the lobby. Like, I don't care who you are, I will kick you.
Dane Lloyd's prodigy, if you will.
We need more people like that hosting races to make them run efficiently and fun, and make them fun again, make them competitive. I'm all about competition. I love rivalries. I love heated debates. I love getting
I'm
in a
glad you
race,
said
seeing.
that. So glad you said that because that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, if you want to get on iRacing to compete, if you want to take it to that next level, if you want to be the best, All Lap Heroes ain't the team for you because we're just having fun. But JC Floyd, get with the guy, follow him around. He's got a following. Like, you guys, as far as competing goes, I mean, I would throw you guys out there as being the best, the best. I mean, I know Blake Majulis wins a lot of the races, and I'm just saying his name, for example, because everybody knows it. But, like, I feel like JC can build a setup faster than CFM and faster than any of these other setup shops. It's all about the driver when it comes down to it. And I feel like somebody like Chase Barbaro with JC Floyd's setups could probably get the job done.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why I want him to get on and build them for me more,
We
bro.
have the best group of guys that I've ever been a part of as far as competitors. We have people that get. Now, we also have people that cause a lot of issues because they're so competitive with each other. But we have the best competitors on the game, period. I don't give a shit what team you want to look at. CFM, NLR, House of Speed, whatever you want to call it. I'll call all of them out. I don't give a shit. Because my opinion is the best guys are on our team right now. And if they can pull their heads out of their asses, they will be dominating even more so than they are now.
And y'all
Without all the
definitely got
BS and
some
TS
good ones.
bullshit.
Y'all definitely got some good ones. That's a fact. But how do I say this? Like CFM. Well, let's talk about. And I hate to go back to iRacing and the setup shops because I wanted to go a totally different direction. But we'll go back because it's gonna be good. So like CFM, House of Speed back then when JC was there. That was such a good decision, and I feel like iRacing needed that kind of deal because it's like JC made a little bit of money with House of Speed. You know, CFM making some money with. Oh, and what a play it was by Chris Ferguson teaming up with the guys he did, as far like from a business perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like this year, and I'm gonna be the first to say it. Jesse Enterkin and the Hunt to Front guys, what a bunch of dummies for waiting this long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They should have
Yeah.
done this a long time ago. And I just love to sit here and watch these guys like be successful. Like as far as all these people buying setups from CFM and Hunt the Front's they're gonna sell whatever they want to sell on their deal. And I just love watching it happen and people be so butthurt. Like what do you expect? Why wouldn't they do these things? You know what I mean?
Well, people don't realize how much time goes and I'll give Evan C props all day long because that dude is on here grinding, trying to find speed.
That dude's insane. Not
Just
even
like
close.
but we have a group of guys that are doing it where he's doing it by himself.
He's the only
Like,
person that can do it himself, in my
but
opinion.
he's
But
the
I'm
Honestly,
only
saying
one that
like
can keep up with us as a group, like as far as it goes, because without him, Connor New ain't shit. Without him,
none of their drivers.
CFM doesn't exist.
well, I'm not even concerned about the talent, but I mean, I'm just saying Jesse
skill.
Enterkin, Hunt the Front, YouTube sensation, and
Oh yeah,
Chris Ferguson.
I mean, it's a great
Hey,
business move. They're getting so much publicity.
my personal favorite dirt late model driver, Chris Ferguson. I found out Chris Ferguson's on iRacing. Let me get in a lobby with that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fanboy. Like, but why wouldn't they do what they're
Yeah.
doing? You know what I'm saying?
I wish we could pick up Ricky Thornton Jr.
Yes.
I
That
mean,
dude, that dude would wipe Chris Ferguson up and down the floor.
hey, watch your mouth. That's my boy now. That's my boy.
He would treat him like he treated Davenport last
Oh,
week.
stop it.
Gotta get Bobby too. Bobby's the goat, bro.
Oh, stop it. I do like watching Bobby Pearson and his old lady on TikTok.
Dude,
They're funny.
nobody can run the top like that guy though. That dude is a monster up
Nobody
there on the
can
cushion.
wheel a race car like Ricky Thornton Jr. Let's
Well, I
just be
mean,
honest.
yeah, I think Ricky Thornton's definitely
I've been a
got the
fanboy
edge.
of Ricky Thornton Jr. I guess Kyle Jarrett would call it a fanboy, but since that dude was running modifieds and smoking everybody.
You got to
Yeah.
think too in the mods, dude. When he was running IMCA, he went from a 604 straight to a super in a late model like he did.
And is
Dude,
fast and everything.
Was
Like,
killing him.
he
Yeah.
got in a stock car and won races.
He got in
like-
the open mod one. Like that's impressive. Dude.
Let's see Davenport hop in something else besides the late model and win races. Not happening. So,
I
Not against
mean,
the best
I
of the
don't
best.
know.
Ricky Thornton Jr. raced against the best of the best in IMCA land every day, 5 days a week.
But I tell you what, I do
He came
like.
around here.
He moved to Iowa to race against the best competition in the country.
I do like that Davenport got when they let him run Bristol in the NASCAR series. I do like that after that whole deal, he got that opportunity and he done what he done, and they interviewed him and he was like, "This ain't racing. This is a show." I love that
No, and I agree.
because he's 100% right.
That's all NASCAR is anymore. Is just a
Stop
racing
it.
carriage
Look,
show.
I'm still a Chase Elliott fan, and we about to start. We going to the Coliseum on Sunday, dog. Don't put me in a bad mood.
It's about the most boring thing. I like. If I need a nap, that's what I turn on.
It's really not. But hey, them Sunday
NFL's getting
NASCAR
just as
naps
bad.
are fire.
Yeah, the NFL is just as bad. So.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna.
dude.
That's where I was gonna go a minute ago.
Worst
Like
Super
them
Bowl
Lions
matchup ever.
really dropped the ball, didn't they?
The Lions disappointed me all to hell, but you know what? The NFL's rigged, so it's been rigged ever since Belichick and Brady took over Atlanta.
I was so excited to see um, Taylor Swift at the halftime show, and then Eminem come out and start
I
rapping
was-
about her,
that's
and
what I
then
was
she could
telling
write a
these
song
guys.
about what
That's
Eminem
literally what I
said.
told everybody in Discord last night. Was if the Lions win, Eminem is putting out a diss song about Kermit the Frog and T Swift.
Dude, could you imagine if Eminem come out of retirement for the halftime show at the Super Bowl if they would have
Like
made
they
it?
just kicked Usher off to the side. Like who is Usher?
Who
anyways?
is that guy? How much money would they have made if that happened? God, that
Oh,
would have
yeah.
been awesome.
The NFL is dumb. Like they rigged it the wrong way.
Yeah, if they rigged it. Everybody says it's rigged. I don't think it's rigged. I think it just played out like
This
that.
shit's been rigged since Atlanta got taken out 28-3 at halftime.
Give me facts. Why do you think that?
Because Bill Belichick is obviously not that good of a coach. Like without Tom Brady, Bill Belichick ain't shit. And now he's going to be unemployed in the NFL league. So
Well, my thing about Belichick is like, bro, I feel like he's a great head coach and he's a great defensive mind, but he is terrible at scouting talent. Like he is a terrible general manager. He can't draft.
Tom
Like,
Brady
dude, look at
fell
who
into that
Tom
dude's
Brady
lap.
was throwing to. Like he was throwing to Julian Edelman was a fucking 6th round QB.
Julian Edelman was a 4'7" fucking wide receiver that turned into a goat.
Yeah.
Like
He took a lacrosse player, and and won a Super Bowl with him.
That's what I'm saying.
Like-
Tom Brady
like-
could take and completely
Bill
like, dude,
Belichick-
that guy is incredible.
proved how good he is these last 3 years. Tom Brady went and did it without him.
They said Bill Belichick had or drafted better assistants than he ever had 1,000-yard receivers.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Like he drafted coaches. Like future coaches, if you really think about it. Like they all went to work for somebody, like offensive line, whatever, defensive line coaches, quarterback coaches, etc. But he never drafted anybody to help Tom Brady. He wanted to see him fail. I don't care what anybody says. Like he told Robert Kraft that Tom Brady was never winning another Super Bowl. Guess what Tom Brady
Oh, yeah.
did? Tom Brady won another Super Bowl. What has Bill Belichick done since then? Like
I
I'm not
mean,
a
you're
fan
not
of, like,
wrong. You're not wrong.
Look
I
at the
was
state that Tampa
so-
Bay's in now with pretty much an identical roster.
I was so happy to see the Atlanta Falcons go some other direction than Bill Belichick. Atlanta's my team, so
How is
We are-
Atlanta your team and you live way
Dude.
up there?
He's weird.
that's my team I picked when I was a kid, and I stuck with them ever since we sucked all these years.
He likes the Chicago Bulls,
I mean,
I
don't.
mean,
Understandable.
MJ's
which is
the good-
okay because of Michael Jordan. But I mean, that was 42 years ago.
Once again, I've stuck with them. Like I just stick with them, and I watch the shit unfold and how shitty they are every year. But I'm not a bandwagon jumper, so I just stick with
I
them.
mean, I understand, but it's like, I mean,
It's kind of like we have Brady Thompson who lives in Ohio. The heart of
Fucking
Ohio.
Alabama fan.
And cheers for Alabama.
Hey,
Like,
roll tide, baby. And that's
And
what I was about to
Washington
say. Like, I'm in
Commanders.
Alabama. We don't have an NFL team. We don't have
well,
an
Montana
NBA
doesn't
team.
have
Like,
an
I
NFL team
guess
either.
the closest NFL team to me is the Titans. So I guess I'm a Titans fan. But then again, I don't really get into the NFL. I mean, I watch it, but I don't get too caught up in it. But, I mean, roll tide.
So when I was a little bit younger, Michael Vick, work done, like that was the Atlanta Falcons. Like Michael
Y'all
Vick
even
was,
had Dion at one point
Michael
too.
Vick was the best person to watch in the NFL ever,
Yeah.
probably. And then he got into a little bit of side hustles that didn't work out so good for his career.
Side hustles, yeah. You'll have that with them side hustles.
We threw a couple pit bulls in the pools, and it wasn't good. It wasn't a good deal. But he did his time. He served 2 years, federal prison, and he moved on with his life. He went out and even played well for the Eagles after that. Like, I almost turned into an Eagles fan when he came out, like, because I was mad at Atlanta because they wouldn't re-sign him. But I stuck with Atlanta, and then I watched Matt Ryan fold, worse than any quarterback has ever folded in their life. I watched
Yeah, my boy Brady.
Kyle Shanahan fold in half.
JC,
that's why I
who's your team? You're an NFL guy, right?
No, I
He's
was
a
a Tom Brady fan.
Oh, you were just Tom. It's Kyle. Kyle's the Packers fan. My
Oh,
bad.
Kyle's the-
Yeah, I talked to Kyle about Aaron Rodgers one time.
I watch the Saints choke every year, bro. Miserable.
The NFC
Hey,
South's
So
a tough division.
NFC South
Yeah.
is miserable though right now, bro. We're all horrendous.
Baker Mayfield is out there fucking looking like the MVP.
I'll do Baker. They need to re-sign Baker, bro. He's honestly nasty, and they could probably get him for pretty cheap.
I'm hoping Atlanta takes him up. Atlanta
I was
needs
a Patriots fan though. My
Like, if
dad
we
was a
could-
big Patriots fan.
If we get Tom Brady back in the NFL and he goes to Atlanta, like, we're winning the Super Bowl. Period.
Tom Brady could still win a Super Bowl, bro.
We have the weapons. We just
Yeah,
don't have
just-
a quarterback.
I just can't get into the NFL because I don't. Like I said, we ain't got a
It's so
team.
bad
My wife's
anymore.
family, they're into it. Like they're already planning a Super Bowl party, and they're like, "Are you guys coming?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be there." Like after work, I work that day. You're like, well, "Are you not gonna call in?" Like, no, dog. My money's more important than that. I mean, it starts. I'll be off about the time it starts. I just missed a little bit of it.
In my opinion, Taylor Swift is ruining football.
Hey, Taylor's listen. I'm not saying I'm a Swiftie, and
You
I'm
sound
not
like a
saying
Swiftie.
that I like all of her songs, but she's got some bops. I mean,
Yeah,
just
they're all
because she
about-
got a new boyfriend don't mean y'all gotta hate on her all the time.
Which means she's coming out with a new single here in about 3 months.
Yeah, she probably will, but that's all right. Let her do her.
It's just the it's just like the whole NFL. They're like,
They cater to her. Like, it's
yeah, they're
They cater that whole team, bro. Dude,
well,
Tony
it's not-
Romo was all
so
over
it's
Patrick.
not the
Mahomes.
Chiefs that are going to the Super Bowl. It's
Yeah.
the Chiefs and Taylor Swift are going to the Super Bowl.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
what
she's part of the team now.
No,
I mean,
she
They
is
they
not.
know all her super fans are gonna tune in and watch the Super
what do you
Bowl.
mean? No,
So-
she's not.
Let's see her get hit.
How is
one.
she part of the team? She ain't out there
She's
fucking doing some
she's
reps.
dating. Oh, what's his name?
I want to see
Tell
her
her to
get.
get out there and run.
I want to see her get hit by Chris Jones.
Yeah, tell her to go out and catch a pass.
She's like no, she's like a cheerleader, I guess.
I'd be like saying Patrick Mahomes' wife. It's like, oh, the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes' wife's going to the Super Bowl. No,
Yeah, Jackson Mahomes can't wait to fucking do his TikTok on the sideline during the Super.
like
I mean,
Eminem.
That guy's
would-
worse than Taylor Swift.
Eminem
bro.
would have been the best thing.
Eminem would have been better. I do agree with that. Eminem over Taylor Swift, that's for sure.
I just wanted to see the diss track put out by Eminem. I really did.
Okay, hey,
I just hate the-
listen here. Y'all remember the feud between MGK and Eminem?
When
Oh, yeah.
Eminem put
Oh,
MGK
he
in
ended
Listen.
his
defense.
career.
Yeah. Listen, MGK just absolutely ripped him a new one. I don't care what y'all say.
You are higher than.
But I will
you're
say,
on some meth, bro.
You're
I
higher than
will
your
say,
high
I
devils.
don't like the direction that MGK went. I'm like the
Dude, he
original.
ended his rap career. He went
Listen.
and did all that sissy rock or whatever.
You're
he
right,
done,
he
bro.
did. But I'm talking about Wild Boy MGK. That was my dude.
Well, he got turned into Wild Girl MGK after he got Eminem put on him.
You're right. I mean, he did. He really went south. I hate that he did that, but I did enjoy MGK, but I'm
He
also an
really,
Eminem fan, so
he
I'm not
really didn't
really
have a
mad.
choice. Like Eminem put him in his place so bad that he was like, I guess I'm done rapping. Like I have no choice.
It was good. I'm not. I love both sides of that. I listen. as a matter of fact, on my playlist, I've got both of them. I love both of them. It was awesome.
I haven't heard Eminem lose one of those yet. Like anybody that goes at Eminem is silly and just trying to boost their own career or something because
He's a
he's
savage.
he's gonna put you in the ground.
I mean,
He's
he'll
good.
make you relevant, bro. But
Yeah, I honestly didn't know who MGK was before all that.
All right. Let's see, because this will be cool because y'all are on the same like squad here. Nobody knows what we're talking about, and I like doing shit like this because it just makes me feel good. Who is like if y'all had to pick a rookie of the year on uh Speed Ranch, who y'all going with?
Rookie of
Vicente.
the
that's
year.
a hard question.
Yeah, like
going
who do y'all
Vicente
got
all
that
day.
like is fairly new to the gig, but like y'all think in iRacing they're gonna take
Are we
off?
talking like if we take a transplant from asphalt to dirt?
No, I mean
Yeah,
I mean just it doesn't matter. Asphalt dirt. Who's gonna be the goat at whatever, you know? Like who's gonna be who's the
As-
rookie y'all got that's gonna be the best, whether it be asphalt dirt, it don't matter.
The dude that came over from asphalt to dirt is pretty damn good for being on it for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Like,
Vicente Salas, dude. I remember I was on a pro official with him the other night, and he was right up on me.
like
And
2 weeks he's been on dirt
he
and
ain't
he's
even
running up
raced no
front.
dirt. Yeah. If you watch him in the
Ooh.
asphalt and coke and all, dude, he's pretty
Yeah,
damn
the
competitive.
man's in the Coke series and stuff, but like,
No
He's
kidding.
competitive.
yeah, but he transplanted to dirt like 2 weeks ago.
Who
And
is
the dude
this?
runs up front every week. Vicente.
Asphalt
Vicente
Pro.
Salas.
Wait, some one person at a time. Who?
We call him Bean Dip.
His name's
Yeah.
Vicente Salas.
And he races with y'all?
Yeah,
Yep.
Shout
Good
out
dude.
Vicente Salas, my man.
Good dude. Like genuinely good dude.
Cause y'all know I run some asphalt from time to time. Me and Clay Ray and Dane,
We
we'll
got-
get on here. We'll run some asphalt stuff.
We got 2 Coke series guys on our team.
Who? How did I not know this? Who else is on there?
Caden Honeycutt,
Oh yeah. I knew
Car-
him. I knew
Man,
him.
Cars-
He's
Yeah.
good at
Cars-
driving all of them.
like real life Cars Tour winner and shit.
Yeah, I knew
What's most
him.
impressive about that guy to me is though is like he's not just good in one thing. He's competitive in everything that he
He
goes
got in
and
a
races.
super late model, like a real life super late
Got in a
model.
dirt
couple weeks
super
ago.
late model. He
At
finished
Votto?
second in the snowball derby. Like, dude, he's got some extreme
At
accolades.
Votto,
from
he
real
ran
race.
quick time in the second time ever in a super late
A
model.
young Kyle Larson, right?
Essentially, well,
Yeah.
I think he's might be a little bit older, but
Hey, praise God. You know what I'm talking about?
He's
Speaking
like
of
maybe
Votto, shout
mid-20s,
out
but-
Cortland Smith. They run Morgan Bagley or some B main bandits at Votto. Got to shout out Cortland
I
Smith.
miss Cortland.
He was on here the
Cortland's
last
good
time
shit.
when I tried this. When I tried the podcast the other night, he was on here. I'm telling y'all, it was such a
That dude
good
is
time.
that dude is a genuinely good dude on iRacing.
Oh,
like,
dude, I love him so much. That's my
I got
buddy.
2 guys that I actually think.
Go ahead, hit us with it.
Honestly think like if they would. I mean, they've been on here for I'd say about a year or so.
Hunter
But I
Rich is
think
impressive.
Brady Thompson. He if he would, I gave him the nickname Gravedigger because he runs everybody over. No matter if it's his teammate or not. If he
Kind of what
could
y'all had to
learn-
have the discussion about earlier.
No.
Well,
but
the thing
if
about
he
him,
would just learn like how to touch the brake pedal every now and then,
Yeah.
or just calm down or look past his air cleaner, that kid would be unstoppable in this game.
He
bro,
is
like a
really
year
good.
ago, whenever we first got him, dude, he did not know like anything like at all. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, flat out nothing. Like didn't have a clue.
But the kid is loyal to the bone. Like,
Oh yeah, I love him. Like
I mean,
I'd kill for it again.
I put him in my top 5 list of people that I trust on this game. Like,
And then the other one, I know a lot of people know him, but they hate him, is Anthony Thompson.
that dude's
He's
a
got
weapon.
some good speed to him, but man, he does not. He reminds me of like a slower Dylan Hauser. Like he's got his moments where he could be really good, but if he has to junk shit, he is your guy.
He's a
Like,
weapon.
honest to, dude, I tell you, if he would just calm down, go out there and just
The main
I'm just gonna say that he's related to Hunter Gaines.
Like, look
So
what
you know
happened
how
in the
that goes.
Gobbler, bro. He was literally locked into
Yes.
the show, and he
I
just fucking
I
did what he did.
see. I would pick Hunter Rich over.
Yeah,
Amber.
oh,
Hunter-
that's
I
the
don't know how
guy.
long
He's the
Hunter
one
Rich
that
has been
spun out at the end of the gob
Well,
or
Hunter
the.
Rich, bro. I remember like a year ago, he wasn't very good, and he kind of popped out of nowhere, and he just has improved a lot.
Hunter
I
Rich
mean,
is
see,
good
Yeah,
dude.
Hunter Rich is
I'd say
disgusting.
I'd say he's very good now. Like he's got
Like
very,
we have
very
so
good.
many young talented kids like on this game if they just realize how good they are, or maybe not. Maybe they. 'Cause the problem with talking these kids up is their head gets too big,
Yeah.
and then they think that they're like owed something on the game, and they start acting like all these other kids on the game.
And it's
So
not
my
good
job is to,
for like y'all. We were talking earlier. Somebody said something about after the VLR race. I cannot tell you how cringy it is to me to get in VLR's Discord after one of their races. Oh my God. How annoying is that? Especially people like Knox Lumley. I don't care. I mean, I know this is a guy that raced with y'all. I'm like, hey,
He don't race anymore.
yeah, he
I mean,
obviously
Knox.
because he can.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you doing, bro? Just stay out of it. Like, and I know he's just there to stir the pot. He's doing him. It's kind of cool, but in the heat of the moment, it's not that cool. Like, just wait a little while. You know what I'm saying?
it is very
yeah.
rare that you'll ever see me hop into one of those Discord fights.
Oh, I don't either. But I
I'll
gotta
wait.
show up and listen.
I'll wait till the next day. Well, I can't do that because I talk too much. Like, so I'll wait till the next day, and then I'll call out everyone that I feel like needs to be called out. Like, I don't care. I will straight line Evan C for Jordan Gage every time that I get a chance to.
I mean, understandable to each their own. I just think it's silly. I wish that like VLR would just cut that out. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. Like they enjoy it too though. Like they stir the pot on it.
I
And
mean, I
it's
guess
You
it's
gotta
good.
think people would rather watch that. Like if there's
I mean, yeah.
controversy, people love controversy in anything.
Obviously, because
But you
iRace
get
and
the
Dirt
you
Talk
do
is
get the
full.
Hunter
That's what it
Gaines.
is.
You do get the Hunter Gaines and the Knox Lumleys and the Kyle Jarreds and the, that usually don't have a part in it, but feel they need to have a part in it.
Yeah, they got to say something.
Yeah,
Something.
exactly. Like, I mean, I'm all about standing up for my people. Like, I'll go to war for them, but I like to do it in a more organized manner. Like, I'm not gonna go in there and scream over 35 people.
Yeah.
Like, I will go to Stephen Calvoda and send him a phone call and be like, "Listen here, motherfucker. That was some bullshit, and you know it." But
He booted me
that's
from the Gobbler at Lucas Oil, and I was so upset.
that's just
remember
kind of
that.
the way I am. Like, I don't really deal with that too much.
I think he's a good admin, though.
He
I'll-
definitely.
I will
I
give
do
him his
too.
He's a
props.
savage.
He's a great
he's
admin.
he's a good
I-
admin, and I deserve
is-
to be kicked. I did. Talking about somebody's mama, you take it a little too far. But he's a good
I agree
admin.
that he is a good admin. Like, and may not see eye to eye on things, but I respect him for being an admin.
Because he don't give a fuck if you're on.
I'm
his team or
not gonna lie, bro. I wish you would admin all these late model leagues that we have going on right now. 'cause
Were
some
any
them
of
are-
y'all-
dude, they are terrible right now.
Were any of y'all on the big show at the Gobbler, the last Gobbler?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. What was the conversation when the server crashed?
Dude, I was fired
Nobody
up.
knew.
Well, I mean,
Nobody
yeah, but
knew.
like, what was said? Because like we're all watching, and it's like, oh, this is gonna be wild. Da, da, da. We don't know
I
what
don't know,
happened.
bro. I
knew.
just lagged out.
No,
So
listen,
you didn't even get a say
nobody
so.
fucking knew.
Yeah, nobody knew.
Who made the
Logan Woodsy
call?
thought he won. I don't even know. Howard, maybe. They went back a lap, I guess.
Yeah, they decided
Yeah,
to go
dude,
back a
that's
lap
what
and do it.
aggravated me because I was passing people back, bro, because I just lost 2 spots.
So you
I
didn't
was-
get a say so as to what happened?
No.
I mean, no, they
No.
just made the call.
They made the
Ooh,
call.
They said the
I'm gonna
server
have to get
crashed, I think.
Calavoda in here
Yeah.
to speak his side of this, because that don't sound right to old Marco.
No, you
Yeah,
should
I
have
don't
ran
know
a
what
green,
happened.
white checkered or something. Like,
Yeah, but
I
how?
don't know.
What do you
I mean,
know?
I'm not saying they made the wrong call. I just wonder what was, if it was even I guess I mean, from what he said, it wasn't even discussed with the guys in it. So what happened? Who made the call, and why did you make the call? Not saying
mean-
they made the wrong one. I just want to know why they did what they did.
Everybody was pretty much locked in stone anyway. Everybody's fucking nose to tail on the bottom.
I mean, yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't really
Oh,
matter
yeah,
now, but I
change.
still would like to know.
Yeah, I
it
would
was
too. I don't
unfortunate
know.
because, like, Knoxville used to be so much fun.
Oh,
Mhm.
dude, it's
And then-
terrible now.
And then they just kind of ruined it, and then they put us
All
on
the
that track.
tracks are bad though.
Yeah, they need to.
Every
If
track.
Tyler Hudson ever listens to this, please revert back to week 13 of
What
this
happened?
last season. That was the best racetracks they had, and they went and screwed them up. Like, you could run the top at Lanier, you could run the middle and top at Knoxville, you could run the bottom at Knoxville, you could run the top, middle, bottom at Volusia, USA, you could run the top and officials. Like, that was the best racing I've ever seen on this game.
Dude, I'm
And they-
telling you,
They
I've
had it
ran
for
so many rubber
1
races.
week.
I've
1
ran
week.
so many rubber races, like in these late model leagues lately, that are just one lane. You can't go nowhere. You can't do anything. It's been about 5 or 6 of them in a row. Like Knoxville, I was like 2/10 slower than the people behind me, and I was just blocking through the rubber, and I won because there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do. And then you go to Lanier, and I was pushing Cruz, Caudell, and Jaeger around, but there's just nothing you can do to pass them. You know, you're just right up their bumper, and then everybody gets checked up, and you wreck. Like, it's just calls for shitty racing, and it turns it into a shit show.
Everybody's like demanding more tracks, and all I'm asking for is to fix what we
It's
got.
the ones we have. The ones we have are
Like-
fucking good.
Like, we could have fun on these tracks and make racing fun again. But the problem is, and this is where most of the drama comes from, is you turn it into a one-lane racetrack, and you got somebody that's like a tenth faster than the guy in front of them, and they drive through them. And it happens in almost every official that I watch, whether it be Speed Ranch on Speed Ranch Crime, CFM on Speed Ranch Crime, Speed Ranch on CFM, House of Speed on fucking House of Speed, whatever. It's the same 3 power teams that are running every official. They can say what they want. We stack, they stack, we stack, whatever. That's not the case. Everybody just wants to race.
Every team has weapons.
But
Every single
every
team.
team has fast guys, and every team has weapons. And how it works out is if you make a weapon fast, that's the worst thing you can do on this game. And we're all guilty of it. Everybody.
Mhm.
I mean, you ain't lying. You're right. Let's go.
You know how Chris and I met on here? It's kind of a funny story.
Let's hear it.
You bullied him, bro. That wasn't
JC
Yeah,
right.
JC's an
bullied
asshole,
Chris.
by the way.
Was this pre Hot Lap Heroes, or were you with us?
Nope, pre-hot lap
No.
heroes.
Oh, so this is a long time ago.
It was my
Oh,
very first
dude.
day on the simulator.
Oh yeah, we were running street stocks at Charlotte, and I don't know what I was testing for something. I don't know what it was, and I pull out on the track. You know how you pull out on the bottom usually, and I'm coming out. I think it was 2, and he spins out in front of me. Track's completely tack, like there's no slick spots, nothing. And I was a dickhead when I first started and all that, and I mic'd up. I said, "Who the fuck spins out in the goddamn tack?" And you know Chris Hill now, so this is why it's so funny. Because Chris Hill now, he don't give a fuck, right? Back in the day, he was like, I swear to God, he had tears coming out of his eyes because he
I'm
was
so
like,
sorry.
I'm so sorry, man. It's my first day on the sim, and
Like literally the first lobby that I loaded into. And like I didn't have my steering shit set up. Like I didn't even know what
no,
Logitech G Hub was at the time. Like I'm just in there like fucking I'm gonna go fast. And I get in the car and I fucking spin out coming out of the pits.
You're not as fast
I'm
as
sitting
you
here
thought you were.
screaming. I'm screaming at him. And then he mic'd up, and I was like, well, fuck. Like, I'm in Discord with Blaze and all them. And I'm like, well, shit, you know. I was like, all right. So I sent him one of my setups.
That would have been
And-
Kyle Jarrett and Garrett Marshall back then because you were still that's how long ago this was.
Yeah.
It was SDR.
That was, yeah, when I was with Garrett Marshall. It was so that's how me. and
What a
Chris
guy
got
Garrett
together.
Marshall is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wish
we-
you gave me a car.
Yeah, I've had my fair shares with Garrett. He used to. You know what's funny? Is Garrett actually used to be my setup builder.
Dude, he's good.
Yeah, he used to be my setup builder, and then
You
we
spent a lot of
kinda-
time on the game.
yeah, I
Garrett
got
Kyle.
off.
I mean, hey,
Very little
life
details and
happens. He
stuff.
gets caught up.
Isn't he the one that does raps?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's
That's what I was about to
Dude,
say.
I know that guy, the 789 or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
789
dude, I
design.
want him to do me a car one day.
He's really
get him to give
good.
me a
He's
He is
so
good.
good. I was about to
I
say,
need to pay him.
J.C. Floyd, best dirt street stock setup builder. shout out 789 Designs.
Yeah.
He
Best
he
deal
builds
stocks ever.
the best wraps. I mean, if you can get him to work you in his schedule, he'll build
Yeah.
you a nice wrap. He's a pretty busy man right now, though. Oh,
Yeah, I
Garrett,
haven't
he's a
seen him on.
savage.
I actually like racing with Garrett too.
Oh yeah, what a guy,
Garrett
stand up guy.
He was fun to race with because he was clean. Never really had no issues with him. He didn't.
You gotta be careful though. He'll talk about your mama too.
See, I never really heard him get mad except
Well,
for
yeah, he ain't gonna do it out loud. He's gonna do it in Discord with us, but he'll talk about your mama in a heartbeat.
him
I
and
was
him
gonna
and him and Caden had a little beef, but
Yeah.
they probably still
And
do
you,
to
I
this
mean,
day.
Caden, he's had beef in more than one. I mean, I'm sure I have too. Everybody has. Everybody's got beef in dirt racing on iRacing.
I probably got more people that I don't like or than I do like.
Well, you've had your chat banned for.
We're going on. This one's a year one this time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch your mouth a little bit.
Well, I've had my chat taken more than I've had it. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, we're aware.
You got your
We
chat back that lasted about a week, I think, or 2
No,
days.
it
something
was like 2.5 weeks. Is the longest time ever.
Yeah.
Bam. Took that shit away from me.
All right.
365 days.
I got my year one, and then they gave it back to me. So I'm chilling.
I've never had any bans or anything. I've been protested twice though by Destin Benton. That's the only time I've been protested on this game.
I've been permabanned off this game because of some one guy that protested my entire team.
I don't think
Oh
I've
yeah,
been.
Brian Eady.
Yeah. Ain't
Oh,
seen
dude,
that guy
where
since,
did he
but
go? I think you bullied him off the sim, bro.
Yeah,
honestly.
he's gone. I think Dustin Benton. He's a rookie
Dustin-
dirt street stock warrior.
Not even a rookie dirt street stock warrior. He's a
Got
frickin'
1,000 wins, bro.
He's a freaking 1 p.m. dirt street stock rookie warrior.
Yeah.
Like who races officials at 1 p.m.?
He's racing against the rookies too. He isn't even doing the C class.
Yeah, he won't even do C class, but yeah, he's got 1,000 wins and he posts that shit on
Yeah, he
Facebook
racing
like a fucking troll.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Um,
He's just trying to make a name for himself.
Dude,
Hey, he's
nobody
made one.
likes him.
He's made
Nobody
one for
likes the
himself
dude.
because
I mean, dude,
Puts
he's
on
brought
all
it all
these-
on himself.
he puts on all these league races and he kicks anybody that's faster than him.
I actually think he's on our ban list, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to
Yeah, I
look,
would
but
keep him on there. You guys a piece of shit.
After he takes your money for his leagues, his $25, and then you go out there and you set quick time, guess what? You ain't coming back next week.
I think he has 9 people in his one league I seen the other day.
Yeah, it started with like 40.
No.
And I ain't even allowed to see his leagues or nothing because I'm like, he wrecked me or he ran into me under when we were coming to the green one time at Limaland, and I was beating him and he tried to straight line me going into turn 3. So I lifted, let him slide up the track, and then I gave him a door, and I'm the dirtiest driver on the sim.
Oh yeah. I'm
Yeah.
only good because I started on the pole. Is what he told me.
by God.
I'm like,
That's
I'm like,
crazy. Because I remember,
okay.
dude, like it was like 2-3 weeks ago. It was probably longer than that, but I was racing like linear street stocks. In this fucking sweat, dude, I led like 20 lap. I led like almost every lap. On the last lap from the back, just pulls under me, just makes me his bitch and just passes me, bro. I just got off the game. I was so fucking pissed.
Well, we're coming up on an hour of talking here, so I mean, shout out Chase Barber, Chris Hill, JC Floyd. We're gonna call it right here simply because the only reason I'm on here this late is because I've got a sick child. I think he's sick anyway. He stayed up way past his bedtime, so I was up late. These guys were up late. We got in here, we done this thing, and that's how we're gonna do it because that's the only time I had. We recorded it. I'm gonna put it out tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And I'm going to try to do this like a weekly thing. We'll see. Like I said, my work schedule's crazy. My kids, I got them youngins running around. So we'll see when I can get another one out. But hey, shout out Nathan Waddell. We didn't even talk about the Plum Wild podcast. And I'm not going to. It's not one of them things. But that dude kind of give me a little energy to really try and go for it and do this thing. Because I do like talking. I like talking to other people. I like hearing their stories. And he's doing the whole iRacing content, and that's pretty cool. So I'm not going to talk about the guy. Y'all thought I was going to say some shit. I'm not. Shout out to him. Y'all go watch his podcast, and maybe he'll. If you want to, Chris, but don't say too much.
I absolutely want to.
Go ahead.
Nathan Waddell, you missed out, bud.
He
You
did.
screwed up. You missed out. You shunned the wrong dude. This dude, I've told you for weeks to put on your podcast to get some views.
Moose Ranch
not
Ben
to-
comment on his stuff,
You
right?
chose not to get views, so guess what, buddy? You made your bed, lay in it.
Lay in it, by God. But yeah, again,
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Shout out Chase Barbara, Chris Hill, JC Floyd. I'm sure these guys will be back. We're going to do some more of these things. I've got so many people that are going to be on here, and it's going to be a good time. If you enjoyed it, keep up with me, follow me. I'm not going to say like, subscribe, and all that jazz because I don't even know what I'm doing yet. But we'll have some more out. So thank y'all for listening. Peace out.